It's the bottom of the seventh in Pioneer Park. Rookie pitcher Damon Rutherford is throwing the game of his life, mowing down the haymakers in quick fashion to preserve his perfect game. Just 6 outs away from immortality, and the crowd knows it. For this is more than just a simple ball game. This is a moment in history. Just like the old days, the times of legends like Brock Rutherford, Damon's father, Hall of Fame pitcher and the all-time leader in wins with 311. He helped lead the Pioneers to 9 pennants in 14 years. Barney Bancroft was among the legion of rookies in year 19 who kickstarted the golden age of the Universal Baseball Association. Now here he sits, coach of the Pioneers, watching Brock's boy put on a masterful display just like his father. He terrorized the league for 17 years, including mowing down old Pappy Rooney, coach of the Haymakers. But he never threw a perfect game, and now Damon looks to surpass his good old daddy. But the Pioneers are also scoreless, as Swanee Law is throwing just as well. But now, in the seventh, he's struggling. An error, then a fielder's choice to prevent the double play. Then star player Witness York would launch one out to get the Pioneers on the board. Stan Patterson would double up on the whooping, giving the Pioneers a 3-run cushion heading into the eighth. Now it was all up to Damon to finish the job.
How's that, Mr. Waugh?
Did you put the pickle?
We're all out. Sold the last one about 30 minutes ago.
That's fine, Benny. I'll take 2 next time.
Working hard tonight, Mr. Waugh?
As always.
Better take it easy. I'm looking a little run down lately.
I've never felt better.
It's the eighth inning, and the Haymakers are looking to break up the perfect game. But no matter what old Rooney comes up with, nothing works. Down they go, easier than ever. In the bottom half, Damon comes up to hit, and despite popping out, he receives a standing ovation from the crowd. They all understand. No one here will forget seeing the legendary Damon Rutherford pull off the unthinkable. The afternoon sun wanes, casting its golden rays onto the immaculately cut grass. The crowd has gone quiet, waiting with bated breath for Damon to take the mound and fire his shot at immortality. No one's up in the bullpen, and Rooney notices this. Of course, Bancroft is overconfident, but what could he even do about it? None of his hitters could do anything. He hollers for a pinch hitter, someone, anyone to save themselves from being on the wrong side of history.
It's on. Come on, boy.
Maggie Everts goes down easily, a third strike flying past so quickly he didn't even see it. Abernathy wouldn't fare much better, as he would also strike out. 1 to go. It's moments like these that bring the game to life, that give color to an otherwise mundane exercise. In an endless series of uneventful games, going over a full season and many more, every now and then there's that one that sticks out. The one that the entire world knows is special. But even as catcher Royce Ingram walks up to the mound to speak with him, Damon remains resolute, prepared to finish his work. We're gonna make it, you hear? We're gonna walk through that white door and across to the other side, where legends are made and remembered for all eternity. Henry Waugh is not a fan of baseball. He's gone to plenty of games, but has been excessively bored each and every time. Why do people choose to go out to events like this, he thought. But as he walked out, scorecard in hand, that's when he realized what he was truly after.
Evening, Mr. Waugh.
Evening, Jake. Henry spent 2 months working out the odds of his game. 2 dice wasn't enough, so he used 3 to bring up the odds while keeping things relatively constrained. He'd even given special meaning to the most elusive of rolls, triple ones and triple sixes, which trigger a special chart, the stress chart. Another roll here returns more spectacular events, but if he manages to roll another triple one or triple six, then he moves to a second chart. Such an event only occurs once or twice every season, bringing up the chart of extraordinary occurrences, where the most wild of possibilities await, from fistfights to fixed games to players developing illnesses mid-game. It helped make it feel more special and more exciting as the seasons went by. Aside from that, he charts strategies for hit and runs, stolen bases, sacrifice plays, and other events. He rolls to see which rookies get called up each year, and who ends up dying at season's end. He calculates which players are deemed stars and how their status impacts their odds at getting hits. He documents players' lives, their families, histories, relations with others, and christens each and every one of them with a unique name. Names give significance. Names give life. Names are what connect Henry to his creations.
How's the work going, Mr. Waugh?
Couldn't go better.
Let's go to Jake's.
Even outside the stadium, Henry keeps a keen eye. The league has its own politics, electing a new chancellor every 4 years. Records of newspaper headlines are stored away in large books on his shelves. He's seen dynasties rise and fall, legends come and go, and he's cataloged every single thing about it for years on end. The same 8 teams, 21 players each, all controlled by the chaotic nature of the dice. For 56 seasons he's been at it now, but on this night, Henry Waugh is on top of the world. Damon's pitched over 60 innings, and he already has the best ERA in the league. He just needs 20 more to reach ace status. But it's only the middle of the season, still 37 games left. Players might figure him out, start hammering the poor kid. Maybe he should be protected. Can't let a great player like him bottom out. Wait, no, can't do that. How can you bench a player at a time like this? If anything, Barney will probably have him pitch more after last night. He'd probably have him go another 10 games at least, even if the poor kid gets shelled.
Henry, have you been sick or something?
No, feel great, Lou. Just great.
Let's talk after work.
The game is a lonely affair, as nobody else in the world can understand it quite like Henry can. There's been times where he's longed for a partner, someone to enjoy the talks of strategies and game plans and reminiscing about old seasons with. But Lou Angle is not that man. No one is. No one can appreciate the art he has meticulously crafted and fine-tuned. The study of records upon records, the balances between teams, individuals, offense and defense, strategy and luck, accident and pattern, power and intelligence. Nothing else in the world compares to the precise, comprehensive history of baseball, and nothing else can bring more life to a simple stack of papers. And so Henry sits, bottling up his excitement to return home and see the legendary Damon pitch another day. Just 6 hours to go.
Alright, where were you this morning, Mr. Waugh? Is something wrong, Henry?
How's that, fella?
Waugh, I want you to come in and see me first thing tomorrow morning. First thing, you hear?
This is not the first time Henry has been late. Far from it. But that doesn't matter. A fresh set of games is on the docket tonight. And of course, he has to log all the action from the previous night in the book. Even looking past Damon's perfect game, there's still so much to talk about. The pennant chase between the Knickerbockers and the Pioneers, Patrick Monday's new political party, the slugging contest between Walt McCamish and Witness York, and of course, the dawn of a new Rutherford era. 9 minutes. Can he wait 9 minutes? It's an exciting time in the UBA, season 56. Perhaps years from now he'll look back on this day with the same nostalgia he has now for times of old, the era of Brock Rutherford and the year of the rookies.
Henry, listen. What's the matter? What was the point of that row with Mr. Visselblot, anyhow? Where were you this morning? Why were you going in such a rush? Why you left 9 minutes early? Did you know that? I had to run 5 blocks almost to catch up with you. What is it, Henry? Can I help somehow? Is something wrong?
No. Like I told you, Lou. Everything's fine. Just fine. Wonderful, in fact.
I just don't understand you anymore, Henry. Look, I got an idea. Why don't you come along with me tonight? I found a new place. Mitch's Bar and Grill. Great steaks.
Sorry, Lou. I'm busy tonight.
That's what you always say, Henry. What do you do? I don't understand. Look, I got an idea.
Not tonight, Lou. Would he understand? Would anyone understand? He would ask too many questions, spoil the experience. Some other night, but not tonight. Some other time. I may want to go out and celebrate soon, in fact.
Celebrate?
Would you like to use my umbrella, Lou?
No thanks, Henry. I catch the bus on the next corner and it's... But listen.
Say, Lou, is Mitch a first or a last name?
Bitch? You mean the first? But
What's his last name?
Porter, I think.
Mitch Porter. A name gives their player their identity, their life. Mitch Porter might be a good third baseman, or an outfielder. Who knows? That's up to him to decide. We'll have to try it sometime. Good night, Lou.
Oh, night, Henry.
On most nights, the game is simply another affair, something that helps pass the time and bring some joy into Henry's life. Any other occasion, a steak dinner with his friend would have been delightful, but this was not an ordinary night. The dice on the table still read that grounder to third, the one that sealed that beautiful game, Damon's perfecto. Such a magical moment, he wanted to savor it as long as he could. But the league had to continue, and above all else, Henry has to see Damon pitch again. And work has to be done, as it always is, for recording the day's statistics always takes a considerable amount of time. Everything from pitching, batting, and fielding records are updated and maintained in the record books, day after day, year after year. Then it's time to write up the day's events in the book. This is where the UBA lives. Everything from journalistic write-ups, seasonal analysis, interviews, election coverage, obituaries, and more. It was like viewing the league from its own perspective. And right now, the league can't get enough of Damon Rutherford, the boy with the golden arm. Perhaps it was just what the league needed to spur it out of its slump. The glory days are over. They've been long gone for years now. The legendary players from that year, the year of the rookie, the Brock Rutherford era, have all gotten old. But now, things have gone stale. 56 seasons of history, and even Henry can see he can't write as optimistically as he used to. He had changed, grown older, and the league changed along with him. Maybe this is why Damon is so important right now. He was the spark to bring light back to the league. And by golly, they couldn't wait to see him pitch again. One round of games already took him a couple hours, but that didn't matter. Sure, Damon is only on 2 days rest, but that's fine. Bancroft can keep him on a short leash, pull him out if things start to get dire. Besides, the Pioneers are facing the Knicks, the two best teams only 2 games apart. This series could be the decider on who gets the pennant. And what better man to trust in such an important game than the kid with the magic touch? Besides, this isn't just another day. This is Brock Rutherford Day. Look, there he is right by the dugout. And there's Chancellor McCaffrey, and Gabe Burdett, Willie O'Leary, Jake Bradley. All the legends are here. It is Brock's day after all, so of course he had to start the boy. Despite Damon only running on 2 days rest, he mows down the first 3 hitters in convincing fashion, striking out them all. Oh my god! Call out the cops! There's gonna be a riot! 8 more innings, folks! Hold on to your hats! On the opposite side of the bump, fellow rookie Jock Casey performs just as well, bringing down 3 in a row after giving up a leadoff walk. He too comes from a noble line, way back to the days of Fancy Dan Casey in year 1. Yet he is not Damon. He throws what he wants, not even caring what the catcher says. Always a fighter, and always finding ways to win. Old Sycamore Flynn, the Knicks manager, has always had his trust in the boy, and just like he had to compete with Brock back in the day, maybe it's fate that he now grapples with his son.
Nothing to it, Damon baby. Bunch of pansies.
Sure thing. Pansies! All Damon has to face in the second are 3 of the most formidable sluggers in the league. For a moment, Bancroft went to send out a reliever to warm up. Wait, no he didn't! Still, Damon does not falter. A pop-out, line-out, and dribbler down the third base line has the Knicks' best sent back to the dugout. 23 consecutive scoreless innings. Just 16 away from the world record. And of course, 14 consecutive perfect innings. Just 2 away! What a moment! But Casey isn't letting the pressure get to him, as he too maintains the scoreless deficit, with 2 strikeouts and a soft grounder to end the inning. Triple ones! As if things weren't wild enough. Anything can happen here, with Damon up to face rookie Knicks catcher Chauncey O'Shea. Back-to-back homers, a fight, a freak error. 3 strikeouts in a row! 15 perfect innings! 1 away from the record! Two triple ones in a row bring in the chart of extraordinary occurrences. Seldom more than once a season does it get used. Stars could lose their special ratings. Rain could end the game. A drunken fan could crack a player's skull with a thrown beer bottle. Game-throwing scandals could be discovered. The wildest possibilities. Anything could happen. The tension, the adrenaline, the...
Now batting for the Pioneers, Damon Rutherford.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Maybe Bancroft should pull him, send in a pinch hitter. No, don't be an idiot. No one on base and the kid's got another perfect game going. 1 inning away from tying the world record. Besides, it's only a 1 in 216 chance, right? It's never happened before, so why would it happen here? Maybe some rain, some disturbance to halt the game. Oh, come on. You're getting worked up over nothing. You'll just throw something relatively normal. A 3-4-6, for example. A triple and a steal of home. No! God damn it! Can't risk it. Have to take him out. And put in who? Who should be sacrificed in his place? Wilson? Rawlings? Look closely, Barney! And what if after all that, Casey just throws an ordinary pitch? The second straight perfect game would be thrown out the window for nothing. What would Damon think of that? What would Brock think of that?
Let's get a rally going, Damon boy.
Get it over with.
I feel, in this moment, that this is no longer a baseball game. Not just a duel of dynasties, but a real duel to the death.
That's right. Funeral tomorrow.
No! No. They'll all be coming, by car, by train, and by plane. Lots of them were already in town for Brock's ceremonies. That poor old guy. The news spreads quickly, and the entire league soon comes to a halt. I hear they went for Casey after.
They rough him up. Papers didn't say anything.
Brock held him off.
Well, that's right. It wouldn't have changed things. I wonder if he, threw it on purpose.
I call the bull Finn. Don't say nothing, but he figures it's pretty sure. Case shook off Chance twice. What'd O'Shea call? He ain't talking, but he and old Case was roomies, and they say Chance has moved out. Like as how he's scared or something.
What do you mean, Swanee? Think Case is a little off?
We don't know yet.
Ah, shit. You ladies are making me sick. Pitcher throws a duster. The batter don't duck. Well, hell, that's his tough luck.
Behind the ear, Pappy. That's pretty far inside. Old Finn, he's pretty sure he's got a case.
Got a case is right. He's got a case of political boo-boos. That's what he's got. Why, I'm surprised at you, Law. After as many guys you draw to their butts.
I bet you some close, Rag, but I don't aim to hurt nobody.
Well, you're not as good a shot as Casey, that's all.
Decisions, decisions. What to do next? Where to go from here? Surely the weight must be felt on poor Sycamore Flynn's shoulders. His club now in the spotlight for all the wrong reasons. Does he get rid of Casey, the man who's already being called killer? That would be the smart choice, but Flynn isn't known for making the right calls.
Henry, gee, I've been looking for you. I just came for your place. It was all dark and I thought, Henry, is there something? I mean, Mr. Zifferball nearly, what's the matter, Henry?
I'd like to listen to some music, Lou. Would you mind?
Music? Well, no, but Henry, you look awful.
Nothing. A death.
Oh. I'm sorry, Henry. Who?
I don't really feel like talking about it, Lou. I just thought I'd drop by and maybe some music might...
Well, why sure, Henry. Mr. Zifferblob was in a not very good mood. I explained that something was wrong, something that was on your mind. You'll be alright, Henry. You'll see he's no inhuman. He'll... Can I take your hat? Can I fix you something? A drink? Coffee? Pop?
No. Actually, a sherry would be nice, if it's no trouble.
No trouble.
This is more than just one man's funeral now. But what's done is done. Take it easy, Barney. Just love. Forget the rest.
Did he have any family?
No, only a father and a brother.
Henry, is it your...
No, not exactly.
a child?
20.
It's awful, Henry.
You know, Lou, when Jim Creighton died, the boys put up a fantastic monument for him. His grave had crossed bats and a cap and even a base, and on top of it was a giant baseball. Or maybe it was the world. They probably no longer knew the difference.
I didn't know he died too, Henry. I'm sorry. When?
In 1862. And you know what else they put on his monument? You wouldn't believe it.
No. What?
A scorebook.
He was a ball player then.
Who? Jim Creighton?
No, you're...
Yeah. No, this can't be right. What kind of world was this? Think of something else, Barney. Tell the kid about the season ahead. How he'll get the team moving again. No, he can't do it. It wouldn't be right. Maybe Flynn? Or Rooney? Oh, Lord. How many careers have been wrecked by that beanball? Barney, oh Barney. You shouldn't have pitched him. I shouldn't have pitched him. Where have I taken us?
No, it's all wrong. Oh, artifice, arrogance, I hate it!
Henry, stop it.
I'm sorry, Lou.
Is there something else you'd...
Put on the Purcell.
You mean the funeral? Are you sure that's kind of...
I don't care. Put it on.
Well, alright. It's really what you like.
Yes! Long live the dead queen, who left this life and has gone to that blessed place.
Henry?
Horns play and strings swell. He cometh out. He goeth in. The trumpets giggle on. Rooney giggles too. Oh, that goddamn Rooney. Spare us, Lord.
Should I take it off, Henry?
Oh no! He is much lamented. Oh, Lou! Why do we go on?
Tonight, Jake's.
It was a nice funeral, Barney. Fen told me you had a lot to do with it.
Yeah, not so much. Can I buy you a drink?
You owe me one.
You'll pull out.
I hope so, Barney. The sinking stones. Boy, those news guys really eat you up when you're down, huh? God, I've had enough. Another one, Jake, and a bar rag.
How's the boy coming along?
Who?
Your son, Thornton. Going to be ready next year?
When I saw that boy here today, Barney, in that box, so dead. I'm afraid, Barney. He's so young.
He can take care of himself, Jim. Have him go out and pitch for your stones.
Oh, Barney, you're just an old fool like the rest of them. Those days, the happy hours of youth, are gone forever. Lay down your heads, young men, and weep. Young Naaman has come to harm. They have carried him off to a grave dark and deep. The boy with the golden arm. We had gathered here to celebrate his daddy's great career, when an ill-fated pitch struck him down at the plate, the end of a brave pioneer. heads, ye young men, and weep. Young Damon has come to. The killing couldn't have come at a worse time, just when things were beginning to look up. Surely this will have an effect on the elections this winter, and Old Fenn's chances at remaining the league chancellor. His party has been dropping in the polls. He'd lost his luster, his purpose. But then Damon came along and captured the hearts of the people. He brought life into the league for the first time in a long while. Brock Rutherford Day was his idea after all, and his prospects were never looking better. A clean election sweep had been foreseen. Nobody else even stood a chance. But then, that pitch. What could he do? He could investigate the incident, but what if he uncovered the fact that Casey threw it on purpose? Or maybe a new law, lower the strike zone a bit, or add some stiffer penalties for throwing at batters. But nobody really wanted that. He could pressure Flynn to get rid of Casey, but then what? The owners would definitely make an issue out of it. Suddenly, his seat was starting to feel much hotter. All these men feel it. The league will never be the same. And yet, they all gathered here, to Jake's, to drink together, to laugh together, to mourn together. That boy had cast a shadow on the league, and it seems now the only option left is to keep pressing on and find a way to emerge into the light. Nobody feels it worse than poor Sycamore Flynn, faced with the most unbearable of choices, the most unenviable of positions. The jeers of the crowd, the glares of 1,000,000 eyes all upon him, they'd all be there, cheering for their downfall, not just for him, but for his entire team. They'd have to resume the game, and the first thing I'll have to hear is a substitution being announced. What could he even do? Get rid of Casey? Quit himself? Forfeit the rest of the season? Even close down the entire league? Nothing mattered. The only choice he did have was to play his part, no matter the consequences. What was hounding him? The fact that he could be recognized? The man who let Casey kill Damon, the hometown hero? Did he not feel guilty enough? Just go out there and play the game. Perform your role. Everything will be fine.
Matt? Matt? Is that you? Jock? That you, Jock? Jock, you don't want to pitch it out. Just let me know. I can. Why have you done this to us, Jock? You sure you still feel like staying in this game?
Yeah, why not?
Because I can always...
Forget it. Let's just get going.
They've come back. They've all come back. Why wouldn't they? They had to finish the game after all. Probably the final one played in the UBA. Just finish the damn game. With a pinch runner on first, Ramsey would knock a grounder to advance him to second, though he would be out on the play. An intentional walk would make it first and second with one out, as the Knicks looked to turn the double play. But Hines would walk, bringing up the slugger Witness York. Finally, some action. But he's only able to send a deep ball to right, which does bring Wilson to the plate to at least get the Pioneers on the board. But now, here comes Patterson with second and third, another great chance. But he too goes down, striking out in quick fashion. Even though the Pioneers scored, nobody's got a hit yet. Mickey Halifax is brought in to pitch, their veteran ace, and he does his job, keeping the game scoreless, although he gave up a triple to O'Shea to break up the perfect game. As it crossed into the sixth, now being labeled as a complete game, maybe now is the time to just call it here. End it now. Let the Pioneers have their victory. But Casey still has a no-hitter going, and he can't just let him have it. That bastard Casey needs to pay for what he's done.
Alright, fellas. A little pepper now. Let's wake up. Alright.
The game goes on, and a shadow passes over Pioneer Park. Of course, the killer got it started with a single, then a double, and another single loaded the bases with 2 outs, all for McCamish to come up and crush the ball deep to left. 4-1, Mad Jock and the Knicks in front. But there's still time for the Pioneers to get into it, to fight back. Come on, throw the damn dice. And yet, that killer continues to cut them down, efficiently and effortlessly. In the 7th, Crybaby O'Shea would double off the wall, then Musgraves would walk. That brought up the killer, who of course doubled to score them both, and Batkin would single to drive Casey in. For God's sakes, are they laughing about it? Finally, Halifax was able to get the first out, but he would just as quickly load the bases up again with a single and a walk.
Come on.
Drew McDermott is summoned, but he doesn't fare much better, as McCamish would knock a ball down to third, and Hines would fumble it, scoring another. Maverly would single, and another run scored. O'Shea would come up again, and single again, and another run scored. That brought up Mad Jock for the 2nd time in the inning. And despite everything, he would lay down the perfect bunt, and the throw to first would be wild, resulting in 2 more runs. Unbe-fucking-lievable. At last, Wilder would spoil Casey's no-hitter, but then a double play would quickly end the inning. Why am I murdering myself like this? McCamish would draw a walk in the 8th, then Maverly would hit a fly ball to York, who somehow dropped it. That weeping little bitch O'Shea would get his 4th hit of the game to drive in a run. Then a walk would load the bases again, bringing up the killer, who knocked a ball back to the mound, busting McDermott's finger, bringing in 2 more.
Henry, you left your hat yesterday, Henry.
Thanks, Lou.
I was worried. I mean, I didn't know what you're gonna do today about it.
I don't know. I suppose I'll just have to.
I went by last night, thought you'd be home. I asked down the deli. I was afraid you might have, I don't know, left town or...
I went out for a drink.
A drink? Oh.
You know, Lou, I was just thinking, what if we divided up the world into 8 clubs, split the wealth more or less among them, and let them take in turns choose space teams from all the present available talent?
What are you talking about, Henry?
This space race. Ugh. See, I was thinking, if you could just work it out so that statistically it was more exciting, and see, you might make a rule where the teams could buy, sell, and trade personnel, and then for rule infractions you could bench key scientists and pilots.
Henry, do you feel okay? You look, I don't know, changed.
Just a little tired, Lou. I didn't get much sleep.
Say, Henry, are you sure you have nothing to eat?
Sure, plenty. Don't worry, Lou. It'll be alright. I figure the best thing is just to go tell Ziff I was sick and hope he buys that.
But why don't you tell him the truth?
The truth?
The relative. The one the funeral?
Oh, that. I don't know. I guess I didn't feel that.
Nobody goes to work when there's a death in the family. Henry, I'm sure Mr. Zifferblatt will understand that. He's not inhuman, you know.
I suppose not.
Is it that you don't want to, talk about it?
Something like that, I guess.
I'll go up first.
What good will no sleep even get you? 7.5 hours ahead. You think you'll even make it 7 minutes? Look at this man, old Mio Roth. Nothing but a bin full of glass and junk that's costing him money to keep. You, on the other hand, have a kitchen full of history and heroes. But after years of investments, the money is also beginning to dry up. Roth can dump the glass and maybe steal some plastic sky domes or something, find some way to make it. But what can you do? That damn game awaits you back home. 18-1. The bad guys are ahead. The bad guys? Yes, they killed the kid! The kid who brought new life to the league. New interest! So, that means it was run down before? Yes, it was probably true. He felt his league was running its course. What even happened the last 4 or 5 seasons? It was Damon who brought the light back, and Casey snuffed it out. That's it. They must be playing in the dark, tripping over themselves, wallowing around, and spilling over the edge of the table. 30 minutes down, 7 hours to go. You can do this. I'm sorry, Mr. Zifferblatt. I haven't been getting much sleep.
I can understand personal problems, but to disturb an entire office.
I know, it's inexcusable. I shouldn't have come in today.
Well, a young man, Mr. Engel said.
Yes.
An athlete.
Yes, a baseball pitcher.
Oh yes, baseball. The great American game. After business, of course. And tell me, what do both baseball and business need, Mr. Waugh?
Somebody to keep the books.
Well, yes. But I was going to say hard playing, and above all, teamwork. One member not pulling his share, and the whole operation can be forced to liquidate. A lot of individual stars aren't enough. You're going to have organizational discipline as well. We do see that, don't you, Mr. Waugh? You're a man of mature years. 40, 50,
56.
56. 9 years from retirement? And I'm asking you, do you wish to keep your job here, or do you not?
I do, but...
Well then, accept a little advice, my friend. Accounting like baseball is an art and a science and a rough competitive business. Some make it and some don't. The others who make it keep their heads up, their eyes open, their minds on their job, and pull their part without belly aching. Wages are based on performance, Mr. Wall, and what we want around here at DZ&Z is professionals. What we expected, we give. This is the American... Whoa! Mr. Wall, wake up!
I'm sorry, Mr. Dunkelman-Zifferblatt. I'd better.
I'll tell you what you do better, Wall. You better be here at 8:30 sharp on Monday morning and every morning hereafter. Not 1 minute later and not one single exception. And prepare to put in a full day's work or your position with us is terminated. Have I made myself clear?
Yes, sir.
Alright, you can go now. You're no good to anybody here today anyway. Though I hardly need mention, you can't expect us to pay you for not working.
I understand.
Now get rested up, Mr. Wall, and try to get over this other thing. We all suffer losses, but we must learn to live with them. Let's see if we can't make a fresh start next week. You used to be a great asset to our team here at DZ&Z, and I would like to believe you soon will be again.
Yes, sir.
Henry, is everything... Are you...
Yeah, I'll be back Monday. Going home now to sleep. Thanks, Lou.
Oh, I was thinking maybe about... Well, like I've been saying about your eating, Henry. Maybe Mitch's?
I don't know.
I was planning to go there tomorrow night.
Well, alright.
Shall I come by?
I'll meet you there. About 9.
Do you know where it...
I'll find it.
Monday morning!
Some would look upon his game as a means of escape, running away from his mundane life. Lou can't see why he doesn't like seeing movies, or visiting museums, or joining clubs. Even Henry can see it, like old Roth's skylighting problems. The League has grown to be so oppressive that it's taken over his job. But what can he do? He could quit the game, burn it all down. But what would that do to him? Once you set something in motion, it's very hard to stop it. Annihilating all his work is much easier said than done. And yet, that 18-1 monstrosity is almost like a wake-up call, begging him to run away and escape from this deformed, mutated league. Maybe it would be best to bring it all down, but he should at least finish the season, bring everything to a natural conclusion. And if some new kid pitcher arises, then it's all the better. Maybe Shadwell's kid can make some noise. And besides, even despite the game on the table, the Pioneers are in a prime spot to take the pennant. It would be right that way, to let it end like that. 2 days to get it done. Let's hit the sack, team. Power and control, in and out, up and down. Old Swanee Law mowing him down just like he always does. Today, he's struck out 14 against the Bridegrooms to earn his 6th straight win. He's far and away distanced himself as the best pitcher in the league, and he even has a chance of reaching the mythical mark of 300 Ks in a season, only done by 5 others in UBA history. You were pretty mean out there today, Swanee. Now put on a smile and be a good boy. The league needs someone like you. In a time like this, every little bit helps, as even the top brass can see the league is rapidly changing, evolving, into something unrecognizable. Players being stretched beyond their utilities, close monitoring of every little detail on every play to prevent another catastrophe, another Casey. Everything must be done to keep the league afloat. Everything.
What if, Woody, we have passed, without knowing it, from a situation of sequential compounding into one of basic and finite yes or no survival, causing a shift to what you might call the equilibrium point, such that the old strategies like winning ball games, sensible and proper within the old stochastic or recursive sets, are, under the new circumstances, insane.
Something deep within the core of the UBA has shifted, forever altered, and there's nothing anyone can do about it. All that's left is to watch the world mangle and crumble away.
You see, given this shift and the fact that it seems to be out of our hands, some built-in flaw or gap which doesn't allow us to cope with it directly, it would almost be better for the whole league if the players were all incompetent and irrational.
Is that so?
The way things are going, we're apt to get a payoff nobody wants. There's not a goddamn thing I can do about it.
For 24 hours straight, the season has dragged on. The Knicks, seemingly fueled by nothing but pure spite, have gone on a tear, embarrassing the league in dominant fashion. The Pioneers, on the other hand, have struggled immensely, losing 11 of their last 15, and Shadwell's kid just hasn't been the key, as he's dropped 3 in a row. It all seems to revolve around that man, the bad man, Casey the Killer, who's somehow cooler than ever, winning over and over despite justice telling him otherwise. Now he owns the 4th best ERA in the league, a stat that's probably the only one Henry still bothers to keep track of, if anything to see when the Killer will finally get his comeuppance. But that day never seems to come, and after each passing game, the Pioneers fall further and further out of contention. "21 games left. How could he possibly stop the Knicks? Rooney's staff is sure to fall apart at some point. The Pasties are stumbling all over themselves, and the Pioneers, well, the less said about them the better. No other team even looks to stand a chance against them. He'd tried setting up the matchup so the Knicks face opposing aces. He's tried benching some of their stars. He's thrown at Casey again and again. But still, they're able to make the best of it. Now it's Henry who's beginning to lose control.
Henry, come on. I was afraid you get lost. Did you have any trouble?
I'm starved. I just followed my nose.
Good evening, Mr. Angle. Two?
Evening, Mr. Porter. This is my friend Mr. Waugh I've told you about. You won't believe, that the food's so as good as I say. So he's finally come to find out for himself.
Well, I hope you won't be disappointed, Mr. Waugh.
Lou's kidding you, Mr. Porter. He's what they call in baseball a real swinger at the plate, and I have complete faith.
I was thinking duck.
Me too.
And before?
He makes a wonderful seafood cocktail, Henry.
Okay by me.
2 cocktails. And a drink?
Right now, I'd like an old-fashioned.
He makes the ducks himself. Henry, your eyes look all bloodshot. What have you been doing?
Working.
Are you still taking that extra work home, Henry? Just what I thought. You come dragging into the office at noon, you're gonna end up losing your steady job at DZ&Z, just for the sake of a few extra dollars. It's not worth it, Henry. What are you gonna be a millionaire for? Who are you gonna leave it to?
What I do because I want to. I suppose this is all I've got, huh? No wife, no kids, no one to pass my legacy to. The League lives and dies with me, Henry Waugh, the one and only. A wife, a family, maybe those were things I could have had. A life like Brock Jr., the man who couldn't make it in the UBA, and thus settled down with his wife. A nice family, great comfort, great pleasure. But oh, Henry, you've chosen the loner's life. Not out of any sense of escapism, but because I couldn't help myself.
Why haven't you ever got married, Henry?
Never thought about it much. Probably the same reasons you didn't wanna.
Didn't want to. Henry, I'd get married tomorrow if I knew where to start. You always know how to say the right thing, but me, Henry, never even gone, on a out with a...
Timmy, my boy, what can we do? You and I to leave a poor lad in distress.
A lad?
Yes, our friend here. What do you think we can find for him?
Oh, you mean Mr. Angle here? You must be kidding.
What'll it be, boss? Around the world or 2 lemon sherbets?
Same for me.
And coffee.
Henry, you must be drunk.
I am feeling pretty good. Glad I came. Let's go to Jake's.
Where?
Bar I know.
Winter's coming on.
Seems like it. Would there even be a winter? Probably. He wants to tie up loose ends, wouldn't he? But why? Why would he even bother? Well, curiosity, he supposed. See if Shadwell's kid ends up making it in the bigs. See what stars and aces fall and take their places. See if Law takes those records or not. What a surprise that would be for that big arrogant fart to have history end as soon as he made it. He could see his old jaw now. I ain't quitting.
Quitting what, Henry?
Nothing. It's a line from a song. I was trying to think of it. Just remembered.
Henry, you listen now. You have to stop that extra work. It's
not really work, Lou. It's a game.
a game.
A baseball game. I play with dice.
A baseball game. But then, with dice. Is that really what...
Like to see it?
Well, sure. I mean, is it something to, Ken?
I don't see why not. Hey, why don't you drop over tomorrow night? Pick up a pizza on the way. I've got plenty of beer.
Sure. Why don't we go to the movies first, and then...
Oh, no thanks, Lou. I've got to clean the place up a little.
Oh, I don't care how things look, Henry. Come on, we'll...
No, I'm not much of a moviegoer, Lou.
I didn't know you kept up with baseball, Henry. How...
I don't.
But...
Oh, sometimes I like to read about it, but the real action was over a century ago. It's a bore now.
You don't go to games? Real ones?
Not for years now. The first game I saw Lou, the league's best pitcher that year, threw a 3-hit shutout. His own team got only 4 hits, but 3 were in 1 inning, and they won. 2-0. Fantastic game. And I nearly fell asleep. I kept going back for a while. There were things about the games I liked. The crowd, for example. I felt like I was part of something there. You know, like in church, except it was more real than any church. And I joined in on the scorekeeping, the hollering, the eating of hot dogs, and the drinking of cokes and beer. And for a while, I had this funny idea that ball stadiums, and not European churches, were the real American holy places. But I would leave a game, elbowing out with all the others, and feel a kind of fear that I could so misuse my life. What was the matter with me? That I could spend unhappy hours at a ballpark, leave, and yet come back again? Then, a couple days later at home, I would pick up my scorecard. Suddenly, what was dead had life. What was wearisome became stirring, beautiful, unbelievably real.
But why'd you stop?
I found out the scorecards were enough. I didn't need the games.
Did you ever want to be, like a ball player, Henry?
I don't think so. Oh, sometimes I wished I could do something heroic, something tremendous and legendary. The testing of the very limits of the record systems. Something that gave the sports writers heart attacks at the very contemplation of what was happening. But no, I never wanted to be just an ordinary ball player, stooping for grounders and waiting out bad balls. I never even wanted to be a manager. Of course, me being manager of every team in the league at once, that might not seem so bad.
Oh, I don't think they let you, Henry.
No, you're right. They probably wouldn't let me. Here we are.
Pete's? I thought you said Jake's.
It goes by both names.
Evening, Mr. Waugh.
Evening, Jake. My friend Lou Angle, Pete.
Always pleased.
Usual for me, Jake. I don't remember much of what happened the other night, Pete. I hope I didn't make too big a fool of myself.
Oh no, Mr. Waugh. We all have to go on a bender from time to time. Enjoyed that song about what's his name with the long,
Hung, Lou, and Finney. Was I singing?
Oh yes, more or less.
Would you like to go with that one over there?
Not so loud, Henry.
How about it?
Not my type, I guess.
Not your type? Why, she's everybody's type, Lou. Then you don't mind if I?
Oh, no. Don't mind me.
Evening, ma'am. What you say we get us up a ball game? Tomorrow night. Not once in the Universal Baseball Association's 56 longest seasons of play had its proprietor plunged so close to self-disgust. felt so much like giving it up, like burning it all down. Year 56. Despite its bright new crop of rookies and new teams rise to power, old records being chased, and that fateful day with Damon has been a complete bore. Now, as Sunday ticks away, the season is finally coming to an end. Not that it mattered who won or who lost, the scores were forgotten as soon as the game was over. No records kept, no logs recorded, no knowledge of who's hitting, who's pitching, anything. It doesn't even matter who wins the pennant. The only thing left to care about is to bring Casey and the Knicks to their knees and see them drop behind the Pioneers, if even just for a day. Henry has made sure of it, as the Knicks have lost again and again and again. But somehow, through divine irony, the Pioneers were falling away just as fast. It was as if the team itself was running away from his own demented scheme, the stupid mania of a sentimental old fool. And now they'd run as far as they could.
It's a good one, Henry. Henry, is something...
No. I was just sort of dozing when you came. You know how a sudden noise can make you jump. I'm just still sort of...
Oh, I'm sorry, Henry. It was only hot and...
Say, does that smell good? Do you want to play a round of the game first?
Hey, eat it while it's hot. Boy, oh boy, am I hungry.
I'll get a knife.
What's there by the wall, Henry?
It's the team standings board. Shows what the teams are.
The teams?
Yeah, I'll explain it later.
Just remember how you practiced it, not that you wanted to start with the standings board.
So the game, it's like a whole baseball league and all that. 8 teams, rosters, 21 guys.
Guys?
Yeah, like players, names. They keep all the records for each of them. They play each other and all that.
Well, are those a game you play with like 2 people? Like Monopoly or something?
No reason not to. You take one team and I take the other.
Okay. Let's go. Fire up.
You sure you don't want to know, like, the rules and all?
I'll pick it up as you go along.
Yeah, they're not as complicated as they look.
I hope not. SFPRLO others
Yeah. This is the chart for stealing bases. If the base runner is the pinch runner or leadoff man, he makes it. Otherwise, he returns safe to first. Here.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to figure this out, Henry. How do you know what to use?
Well, there's 9 different charts for 6 different categories of players. A pitcher can either be an ace, regular, or rookie, and so can batters, but they can actually also be stars.
How do you know that?
There's a marker by their name. See, the rookies, they come up each year, and
Year?
I'll explain that, Lou. Just wait a minute. Every year at the end, the pitchers, 8 pitchers with the worst earned run averages, they get sent down to the minors. But they can come back, if they're not too old or...
Too old? You know how old?
There's a chart for that. Here it is. Look, that's for rookies when they come up. It tells how old they are. When they're 40, they have to quit. Or before, if they drop into the 20 bottom batters or 8 bottom pitchers. I mean, unless they're still a star or ace at age 40. Look, don't worry about that part of it now. There's 3 kinds of batters, 3 kinds of pitchers. Rookies have a few advantages over regulars, and stars and aces have advantages over rookies. So, there's 9 different charts, one for every possible combination. Ace to star, ace to rookie, ace to regular, and so on for the rookie and regular pitchers and all that. And soon you'll get it all memorized, so you don't have to worry about this part of it.
Memorize. You know all this stuff by heart?
Most of it.
Well, where's the playing board?
Well, you sort of have to imagine it.
Well, let's see what happens. Who am I?
The next game is between the Knickerbockers and the Pioneers. Just happens that way.
I mean, those 2 at the bottom? Why don't we do the ones at the top? Seems like more fun.
It isn't just one game, Lou. It's a whole season. Each team plays 84 games. There's an official schedule, just like in the bigs. Right now, we're on the 69th round of games, and they've all been played but one. And so, it's the Pioneers against the Knicks.
Alright, I don't care. What do I got?
Here, you can have the Knicks. So these are the teams, and here's the roster with the rest of your players, in case you want to make any substitutions.
Say, these are nice. Where'd you buy them?
I have them printed.
Ah, those trips to the printer store.
Yeah. These are the ones we use for special strategy plays when there's like an injury or error or something. And these are the ones we use most of the time. We only need 6 out of the 9 since we have an ace and a rookie pitching.
Oh, so that's what that R is for my pitcher.
Yes.
Oh dear. Now it's time to explain the rotation, when they can pitch and all that. It'll be forever until they actually start playing.
Your pitcher has an A. Isn't that better?
Well, there's a small difference, Brad.
Don't my teams have any aces?
Well, yeah, but you see,
Well, yeah, there's 2 of them, right? Remember?
but it's Casey's turn to go.
Oh, come on. Can I pitch one of these other guys? What about this guy, Whitlow Clay?
I suppose so, but he pitched 2 days ago.
Yeah, but he's tough. Where'd you get these names from? The funny papers? No, these stars. They're for
Yes, the batter, the
2 for me. But here you got 4, and I only got 3. What if we put that Casey fella in as a hitter instead of a pitcher? Then we almost be even up.
the rookie status for pitchers only helps them as pitchers, not hitters.
Oh. Why not?
It's just the rules, Lou. Like I was saying, maybe you ought to let me finish explaining this before we start. See, there's lots of special things about all these kinds of errors and injuries and relief pitchers, pinch hitters, leadoff hitters, pinch runners, and cleanup hitters.
Hey, wait. There's 4 stars here. You must have left one out.
Bran Maverly. He's been in kind of a slump lately, Flynn thought.
Uh-huh. We'll see if we don't get him out of that slump.
Listen, Lou. I'm not trying to be unfair or anything. It's just... It's been a long season, and there's a whole history here, and you're kind of getting in on the middle of it. It'd just be better if...
That's okay, Henry. Don't apologize. I'd do the same thing if I were you. You got any more?
Oh, sure. I'll get some.
How has this happened?
So who goes first?
I'll go first. Give you last bats. Toby Ramsey batting.
Let's see. Our rookie. Which chart?
We only need these three, now that we both got aces in.
Ace to star. Ace to... Oh yeah, I see.
Fly out to center.
Wait a minute. Yeah, fly to center field, but what's this?
Runners advance one, but there aren't any runners.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to see it all. Single advance two. How can you advance two on a single?
Well, that's for the base runners. If there were any, they'd advance two.
Isn't this advantage to be a playing type?
It is. I mean, a regular only has 18% chance to get a hit off an ace, while a star has over 25%.
You really got it all figured out.
Yeah.
Still, those aren't very good averages.
Well, there are other parameters for hits, errors, injuries, all different combinations. And
Per what? I'm never gonna catch on to this, Henry.
hey, you're just not used to it. It gets easy after a while.
Well, that was a good movie today, man. Good stuff.
Yeah, was it? Here, look. Hines just struck out, and he's a star. You know, you never know, Lou.
There's this guy who catch bees, and he was making tape recordings of the sounds they made, so he could see if he could communicate with them.
Way to go.
What's that?
That's the one for rookies, Lou. Here, this one.
This is gonna take all night.
Let's see, 446. That's a single advance two again.
Yeah. Puts York on first and Locke on third.
I'm already lost, Henry.
Oh, for God's sakes, Lou. It's not that hard. Look. 2 outs. Men on first and third. A star batting. Watch.
What is it? I don't...
This one, Lou.
Get mad, Henry. I'm only trying. Here it is. What is it?
Infield fly.
He's out, huh? How many is that, Henry?
That's 3.
Well, I'm up now.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a strikeout. Seems awful easy to get a strikeout in this game. So anyway, see, he's finally got so we can change like a few of the things they say and talk back to them. You know, things about going back to the hive, danger, and so on, and oh, I forgot to tell you about this movement.
You're up. Now you throw again, and use this chart. See, the injury can be on either your team or mine. Some are more serious than others, and how old the player is has a factor in it. Your guy, O'Shea, for example, he's only 20. Came up in year 50s.
What?
I'll explain all that later, Lou. Just go ahead and throw.
RF in collision with CFD advanced 3 RF out 4G. What's it all mean, Henry?
It's a double. Your other man is home, and my right fielder's out for 4 games.
I got a run?
That's right. Man on second and 2 outs.
What about stolen bases? Can I have that man steal third?
You can try if you want.
Okay, why not? Try everything. I still haven't found it.
There. Look, he made it. He's safe.
Look at that. Maybe you're gonna like this game. Who's up?
Your third baseman, Galen Musgraves.
He's just a playing type, huh? Maybe I'll pitch hit somebody. Is that a good idea?
Well, pinch hitters have a slight advantage, but it's only the second inning, Lou. And you only have one other third baseman.
Oh, well, that's enough. How about this guy? Sycamore Flynn.
That's your manager.
Can't bat, huh?
No. Anyway, he's in his 50s.
Oh, poor guy. What about, Kirk Abalon?
If you want.
Come on, Big Kirk.
Avalon's a little man.
Come on, little Kirk.
So it's a single, advance 1, if pinch hitter, otherwise fly out to right field. Runners advance 1.
Hey, way to call those plays. Where's everybody now?
2 runs in, 2 outs, man on first. Your pitcher's at the plate.
Not too good about her, huh?
Odds for him are a little less than a regular, but
Okay, that's what I want to know. Who can I put in there? How about the Boone fellow? He messed at the start, so running him now. Don't want any bad feeling.
that's okay, Lou, but there's still 7 innings left, and you're ace.
I got another one. What's that?
Extra base hits.
Alright. Now what?
You throw again. Here, use this chart.
Well, this game takes forever. Hey, a triple. My god, I think I got this game figured out. What would happen if I left the pitcher in there?
Same thing.
Wow.
3-0 your favor. Who's pitching and who's playing third?
That other base there, Shannon, Uncle Joe Shannon. And that's this man holding Chase.
He's an outfielder. Cone's the other third baseman.
Okay, Cone. You mind, Henry?
No, help yourself.
You want one?
Nah.
What's happening?
Man, leadoff man just struck out, and the next one fouled out to your right fielder. You're up.
Should use a pinch hitter, Harry. Works every time. Listen, why don't I tell you how this movie ended? This woman, see, was really a queen bee.
Transmuted?
Yeah, that's right. So these bees do a lot more than anybody I guess. They had scientists and all, and they figured out how to, how do you say? Well, you know, crossover, sort of. They're just putting this man on with his little experience. They're really playing a big takeover. Well, the point is, did I tell you about this guy's wife? No? Well, I gotta go back up. See, his wife...
Listen, Lou, why don't you just roll while you explain it?
Just take a minute. His wife didn't like this girl right off. Women's intuition, you know. The girl, the one who came to be the secretary, the one who was really the queen bee.
We don't have enough time, Lou. It's getting late.
My golly. Almost 10 already. Can't stay much longer. So anyway, this girl comes and wipes you something peculiar right off. Something to smell or something.
Maybe she got a good look at her in the can.
That's right. If she really was a bee, she'd be crossed over and got human eyes. And teeth, and so on. Well, she probably got everything else.
Okay, Hines is out, Lou. I'm batting now for York.
How?
Your first baseman, unassisted.
Good boy. Of course, maybe not...
Maybe not what?
Well, the eyes and teeth and all, that's kind of on the outside. But what we're talking about, the other that's more like on the inside. And that would be harder to change over.
Oh, hell, Lou. Look, York singles, line drive into right center.
Single, alright. I don't see the...
York's a lefty and a pull hitter.
Oh.
Alright, I'm gonna have Wilson try a sac bunt.
Why'd you take that photo with the star out?
That's the guy who got injured. Don't you remember?
Guess I forgot. There for one more?
I've still got some, but thanks. York is safe on second. Wilson out. Catcher to first.
Doesn't matter. Let me see. What chart's that now?
Sac bunts. See, here's
What inning are we in?
the fourth.
And there's 9 innings? Whatever, make it, Henry.
Well, damn it! Let's try, Lou. I usually play 4 or 5 games in the time it takes us to get this far. Look, York's on second, 2 outs, Ingram at the plate. Home run! Yes! It's a 3-2 ball game now.
I haven't got to the part where this girl falls out the window.
While they're up.
You should see that movie, Henry.
And he grounds out to short. 3 down. But it's a brand new ball game.
You really ought to go more often. Makes you think about things. There's a real good one next week.
You're up.
It's down in the south. There's these 2 brothers, and this one gets murdered.
Your man Maverly just flied out to the left.
Everybody thinks the other brother did it. There is a surprise ending.
Go ahead. Throw.
Listen, Henry.
Base on balls. Your man Cone's up.
Calm. That's the one How do you do?
He struck out, Lou.
Take him out of there.
You can't. He's the only third baseman you have left.
Well, what's wrong with these other fellows here? Put Casey in there.
He's a pitcher, Lou.
Who's bossing this team? You or me? I don't care. Who's up?
Your pitcher.
Pitch hitter?
You don't have any more aces.
That's alright. What's the difference? Let's see. This Chase fella. Where'd he hit it?
To the pitcher.
You mean he's out?
Who are you pitching now?
Pitching?
You used a pinch hitter.
Oh, I don't care who. How about he's Casey now?
Okay. Casey.
Casey. Only a couple more innings until Lou subs him out, so I have to hit him now. Hit him where it hurts.
Oh, god damn!
What's the matter, Henry?
My guys all went down. You're up.
Are you mad about something, Henry?
No. Go ahead and throw.
Listen, let's go and get another one of those pizzas.
Ate too much already. Throw!
Henry?
Throw, Lou, for crying out loud!
Four to two now. Casey's coming back up. Probably the last chance, unless Lou forgot. Can't pass up this chance. Tell Barney to send in Palmer's for lock. Play percentages and whatnot. That's Barney's style, alright. That's fine. Don't lose the spirit. Remember who's out there. Barney doesn't have to tell them. They know. They all know. Damon's killer.
Yes! Now we're going, men. We got him on the run. Whoop it up on your feet. It's the Mad Jock out there, boys. And it's York up there now. Come on, witness, baby. Hey, Lou, what? Where are you going?
I kept trying to tell you, Henry. You weren't listening. It's after midnight. Tomorrow's a working day. We gotta be there. You gotta be there, Henry. It's your last chance.
Lou, wait a minute. I just want a home run.
You can finish it next week, Henry.
Next week? I'll be into the next season by next week.
Henry, remember when
To hell with Mr. Zipperblunt. Lou, listen, I just rolled a 666. That moves the game to the special stress chart.
Well, that's nice, Henry, but
This only happens twice every 3 games, Lou. Don't you see? Anything can happen now. Come on, play this inning out anyway.
Henry.
Lou! You clumsy goddamn idiots! No, no. No, 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 no! No, 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 no! God damn it! Oh, fuck!
I'm sorry, Henry.
Just get out of the way! No. God damn it!
It's over. It's all over. The season, the league, everything. Burn it all down. Incinerate the whole thing. Who's up now, huh? Royce Ingram? How fucking poetic. Do you really want to save it, huh, Henry? Wouldn't it be better to drop it now? Forget it all, go back to working regularly again, see some movies, go traveling, do anything other than waste your life away here. You kill that boy out there, and that's that. You can't quit after that, can you? They wouldn't let you go.
Sorry, boy.
Strange how the season ended. Some blamed it on the heat, some on the humidity, but they all knew better. Players hit balls, moved around bases, caught flies, but as though at rest. Static participants in an ancient yet transformed ritual. Journalists quit writing, just watched. Nobody interviewed anybody. No one sought autographs. Good pitchers threw strikes, bad ones gave up hits to good hitters, while bad hitters went hitless. Boys watched grimly, older than old men, and old men hardly watched at all. Everyone knew what was coming. Flynn and the Knicks have gone to ask about forfeiting the rest of their games. No one stands in their way, but they just can't seem to win. McCaffrey understood. but what can we do about it? Just play your part, Flynn. Play it out. And so they did, and dropped their last 9 games in a row. Contrastingly, the Pioneers, as if released from some burden, began to win. Nothing flashy, just Barney being Barney, dutifully carrying out his role until the end. The Pastimers won the pennant easily. Law won his 20th game and struck out his 303rd man, but few cheered. Not even when he was named the league MVP. And that was that. Year 56 came to a close. Perhaps, in a final act, something has to be done. Some way to mark this event in the halls of history. The year the Universal Baseball Association was forever changed. Damon and Casey had both already been named to the Hall of Fame, but it wasn't enough. Maybe an anthem, a monument, a rival league, but that would mean more teams, more games. It just wouldn't be right. 7 opponents, 7 fielders, 7 pitches, 3 strikes and 4 balls. 3 basic activities, pitching, hitting, and fielding, performed around 4 bases. And in the 7th inning stretch, the real life comes on. Well, there had to be something. Record some of Sandy's songs, a commemorative painting, it doesn't matter. For now, it's time to look ahead to the future. A new crop of rookies, balancing financial ledgers, team awards, the chancellor election, and so much more. A complete audit of all box scores and computations, posting it all in the book, bringing together the all-stars of the UBA, getting ready for year 57.
Henry? Are you there? Well, I think you know, what I'm about to say. Your desk is being cleaned out right now. Actually, what I wanted to call you about, Henry, is, well, Mr. Zisserblot here found these, papers in your desk with funny, like names and things on them.
That's a horse racing game, Lou. You'll find a couple dice in there.
Uh-huh. Well, he found those alright. But he wants to know why he asked me to call you what do you want me to do with them?
Is he there beside you, Lou?
Yes.
Well, tell him, if he wants to know where to put him, look in the folder marked Derby, year, page number 49. Top horse of the list.
He says you want to know where to put them, Mr. Zisserblot. Please look on page 49 in the folder marked Derby. Yes, that one page, 49. The top horse, name. Henry? What does it say? Why don't you just tell...
It says, up Ziff's ass.
What the hell does that mean? Now see what you've done, Henry?
Old Vern McKenzie. Been some great shortstops since. Sycamore Flynn, Winslow Beaver, Jonathan Noon, but none as great as Vern. Hired and fired by Flint's great granddaddy Abe, a fine gentleman, the first appointed chancellor of the UBA. Abe played no ball, but his son did, and his grandson, and now young Kester Flint. Maybe that's it. a compact league history. Cover it all: the origins, the early stars, the making and breaking of records, the dynasties, the Brock Rutherford era, and all the others, right up to the fantastic events of year 56, with all the Hall of Famers and great personalities included. It needed to be ordered, given a new perspective. Perfection isn't a thing, a closed moment, but instead a process, changed and transformed by all who take part in it. That's what that's what Barney Bancroft had discovered, and he was going to write it. The UBA in the balance, a fitting name for this era of history. Not that he has to worry about the league ending. A quick phone call with an employment agency had his record updated, and he was able to get half-time work. And with a whole drawer full of uncashed checks, oh boy, Ziff can go to hell. The boys will probably want to meet at Jake's tonight. Lots to talk over. Who will take over the Knicks now that Flynn has resigned? What to do with the poor cells or grooms who just haven't been able to get anything going for the longest time? Who will run for Chancellor against McCaffrey? Lots of questions. But first, the death roll. Always the dreariest part of the year. Everybody has value, from the stars to the benchwarmers, and you'll never truly see it until they're gone. There were a few surprises. Kester's grandpa, Phineas Flint. Jankido Abril, the jockey, a violent end. But one stood out from the rest. Jake Bradley, done in by a sudden heart attack. One of the finest. Of course, everyone knew about that hidden camera, the one old Fenn installed. They joked about it sometimes. But they didn't care, because they loved the old bastard. And now, he's gone. Oh, Barney. Lead the way, Barney. Of course, it all makes sense now. Barney Bancroft for Chancellor. That's why he's writing the history after all. The man who couldn't quit. The old philosopher. And the Pioneers can hire Flynn to take his place. And the Knicks can bring in Brock. The UBA in the balance indeed. The grand evolution towards guildsman principles, using the Rutherford Casey event as the culminating moment, leading to a new day, where he upsets McCaffrey to usher in a fresh start for the UBA. Why, it's Hellborn Melbourne Trench. Of course. He must have given up running the hopeless cells to open a bar, carry on the great tradition of Jake's. And now look, here they come, the grand opening! Witness York and Hamcraft and Maggie Everts and Walt McCamish and Bo McBean, all the young ones. Rag Rooney and Jaybird Wall and Cash Bailey and his champion pasties, the whole lot of 'em. Chauncey O'Shea and Royce Ingram, all here to celebrate. Yes! Set 'em up! It's a goddamn holiday! And Jake's old teammates, Harlan Handsome and Philpott Levine. Willie O'Leary and Brock Rutherford and Sycamore Flynn, and even, yes, even Fenn McCaffrey. Come on in and have one! Turn it up, Sandy! A new song is in the making! Tuck Wilson and Gramercy Locke and Tim Shadwell and his boy Thornton and Hard John and Swanee and Jumpin' Joe! The great American game! Here they come! Down in the Pioneers' locker room, Hardy Ingram sits, pulling on his jersey. When he arrived, he was met with the usual mob of kids wanting autographs, but they all knew today is different. It's Damon's day after all. Next to him, Paul Trench laces up his pads, playing the role of Hardy's own great-great-great-grandpa. Paul's good, despite being a bridegroom, and Hardy isn't used to throwing to him. But it'll come off alright, just like his old man, Royce Ingram, Hall of Famer, the greatest backstop of them all. Take it easy, Hardy. Plenty of time. But of course, they're watching. Those bastards. The annual rookie initiation ceremony, the reenactment of the parable of the duel, is upon them. Doesn't make sense to knock off your best young talent every season, but those are just rumors. If that's how they want it, then that's how it'll be. At least, Hardy wants to take it like a man. Like the man himself. Today's ceremony brings extra weight. 100 years since the assassination of Barney Bancroft, the 9th UBA Chancellor. Weird times they had back then.
How you feeling?
Okay, I guess, Ponch.
Good, boy. Nothing to worry about. See you up on the field, Damon.
Paul Trench already acts like an old man, a loyal Damonite, just like his pops. A nice, simple ideology. Damon as good, and Casey as evil. Not just them, all of them are here. Stan Patterson, Gramercy Locke, Hat-Track Hines, the strange resonance of those names. Of course, someone has to play Drew McDermott, the man who comes in to relieve Halifax, suffer a humiliating shelling, and then get their finger busted by Casey's liner. Not that anyone else would take that job other than a Caseyite. Those who celebrate the mystery of his uniqueness, his essential freedom, and all that shit. Of course, there is something exceptional about Jock the Killer, and the way he altered the course of history with a single pitch. Now Hardy sits in the middle of it, playing Damon in this yearly ritual, caught between a struggle of good and evil, right and wrong, two sides of the same coin. The book he's been reading lately, one of the many biographies on Bancroft, even claims that he was the real central figure, the heart of the parable of the duel. Bancroft was the only well-rounded one, and thus the only truly human participant. The only real one. Cute idea, just like all the others. Brock, Flynn, McCaffrey, hell, some even say that Damon and Casey never existed. History. In the end, you can never prove a thing. The ceremonies drone on for old Barney. The UBA in the Balance was the first book Hardy read, and perhaps his assassination made it all come full circle. Who killed him? It doesn't really matter.
You know the rules, Hardy. No intentional wild pitches thrown at the Chancellor. No soiling of the immortal skivvies at the moment of truth. Leave all your unconsumed liquid assets to your old buddy, Cuss. And remember, you got first crack at the kill.
Get out of here, you sons of bitches, before I bust a few immortal skulls myself.
I just don't see why we can't reenact Long Lou and Fanny instead of this old doggerel. Artie, is that you?
Sure, what's the matter?
I don't know. For a minute there.
You thought I was old Fanny McCaffrey herself.
Do me a favor, Rumi.
Name it.
When that pitch comes in today, step back.
You kidding?
No, Artie, I'm dead serious. Seeing you there just now, I don't know. I got the idea suddenly that maybe this whole goddamn association has got some kind of screw loose, Artie.
You just finding that out?
No, wait, Artie, I'm not joking. Maybe, Artie, they're really gonna kill you out there.
Bullshit, Skeeter. The old timers just build it up this way to give the rookies a little scare each year. They'd have to be crazy to...
Exactly. Crazy. Why have we been assuming all along they weren't? Listen.
Well, if that's what they want.
That's why everybody's here, isn't it? To see the man, the myth, the legend take the field once again. Kids line up with baseballs, all signed by 100 Damon Rutherfords. The crowd is chanting his name, crying out for the boy with the golden arm.
If only we could get to whoever's playing Casey.
Awake, awake! Put on strength, O arm of the league. Awake as in days of old, the generations of long ago. Was it not thou that discussed Rutherford in pieces, that didst deck the Damon? Was it no...
I think you better shut up.
Say, you're pretty lucky yourself. I see you, Drew McDermott.
You trying to be funny, you bastard?
What do you think Casey is today?
Galen Flynn, I hear.
Flynn? That damn today.
Easy, easy. Even the eyes have spies.
A bunch of idiots. That's what we've got running this league. Nobody understands Casey anymore. Nobody understands history.
It's time.
Paul and Damon walk to the mound together in resolute silence. Paul stands at the grim edge, too wise to step back, too frightened to leap, and unable to speak. The thundering crowd makes it worse. Above everything else, Paul Trench is afraid of everything. Beyond each game, he sees another, and another, in endless and hopeless succession. He hits a grounder to third and is thrown out, or he beats the throw. What difference in the terror of eternity does it make? He stares at the sky, beyond which there is more sky, overwhelming in its enormity. He, Paul Trench, is utterly absorbed in it, and entirely disappears. Is Paul Trench no longer? Is nothing at all? So why does he walk up there? Why does he swing? Why does he run? Why does he suffer when out and rejoice when safe? Why is it better to win than to lose? So badly he wants to quit.
But quit what? The game? Life? Can you even separate them? Up there in the stands, his father sits among the elders, and the Chancellor himself. Watching. Always watching. It started with them, after all. Playing out their role like Damon and Casey and Barney and all those who came before. Does it matter who's right and who's wrong? Paul is no Damonite, and no Caseyite either. And yet, here he is, thrust into this situation with power he neither wants nor asked for. He'd like to trade places with Hardy if he could, but of course, you can't play your own progenitor. No, even better, he'd trade with Flynn or whoever's playing Casey. What would he do? Would he try to strike Ingram out, or throw an intentional pass, or bean him? Is Flynn thinking about that? Going for number 2? Going for himself? Royce Ingram tries to kindle up anger, but Paul Trench can't bring it off. But still, the idea is exciting. Of course, so simple. What will they do with him after Casey fulfills his duty? Is he martyrizing himself? It doesn't matter. Death is a relative idea. Truth, absolute. It's coming now. Yes, now, today, here in the blackening sun, on the burning green grass, and the eyes, and the crumbling, they shout. Damon's pitches sting his hands. He can't hang on to them. They fall, all like a bad dream, and die. They're all going to die, and there's nothing he can do about it.
Play ball!
Hey, wait, buddy. You love this game, don't you?
Sure, but...
Then don't be afraid, Royce.
And the black clouds break up, and dew springs again on the green grass, and the stands hang on, and his oppressed heart leaps alive to give it one last try. And Paul doesn't know anymore whether he's a Damonite or a Caseyite or something else, a new heretic or a golden ager. Doesn't even know if he's Paul Trench or Royce Ingram or anybody. It's all irrelevant. It doesn't even matter that he's going to die. All that counts is that he's here, and here's the man, and the boys, and the crowd, the sun, the noise.
It's not a trial. It's not even a lesson. It's just what it is.
Hang loose.